Were you on that Zoom this weekend, Dalvin Cook, that was made known with all the running backs? Were you on that one?
Yeah, it was. We kind of came up with that like last week when we started that group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Like Derrick Henry started a group chat last week, and it's kind of sad where how people think about the position, and we one of the positions that get beat in the ground, and nobody values that. So I feel the frustration of every running back around the league. So like that Zoom call and us voicing our opinions in that group chat is kind of needed right now.
So what can you share with me? What do you want to share with me about what was discussed in that Zoom?
It's just basically, man, like the internet, like the internet don't bother me at all. But when you see certain things on the internet of how people just really think about the running back position, I think that's what bothers the guys. And when you think about the average salary, they comparing us to a punter and a kicker. Like I don't know how that even came about. Like how we get compared to our salary get compared to a punter and a kicker, where we doing everything on the field that we need to do, to help our team win. But it's just like, the guys around the league that's getting 30 carries a game, that's taking close to 400 carries a year. You got to show those guys the love and respect. And I think Saquon is sitting at the top of the list, and then Josh Jacobs.
How many were on the Zoom, Dalvin?
All the top guys around the league, like all of them.
What was
all of them?
Did you? I don't know if you were able to take a peek at the bottom of the screen on the Zoom and how many people were on there. What was that number up to? Did you see that?
It was probably about 15 people.
Huh. But what are the solutions? What were the solutions out there to?
That's what we're trying to get to right now, and I don't think we came up to that equation yet. I don't think we trying to figure out where we can go without hurting anybody's pockets. We trying to get to a point where we don't want to. We obviously want to play football and we want to help somebody win, but we don't want to. Everybody got their family to take care of and real things to do in real life, and I know we don't want to take from nobody's pocket as far as not being out there on the field, but we got to come up with something. I think that's what the guys still trying to come up with because we active every day in that chat every day.
Well, I just don't know what your options could be, Dalvin, in the fact that you're part of a union. You are one position on a field. Do you feel have you spoken? Has anyone on that Zoom spoken to the union about what your pushback could be in a collectively bargained world, Dalvin? Is that what has that been broached by you guys?
As far as us talking to the union like that, Austin Eckler and Derrick Henry and all of that, they've been pretty out there as far as voicing their opinion of how they feeling and some options what we're coming up with. But we still trying to come up with this thing and get this thing rolling so we could figure out something for people to look at that position a little different. My little brother is in the NFL. He's only 23 years old. So it's we're trying to get this thing going for the near future. We got backs that's in the league that's only 24, 23 years old that deserve a better future than what they're trying to give to us right now.
Is it true that it was brought up on the call to potentially exaggerate an injury to make a point, to withhold a service that way?
I didn't hear that part, and maybe it was. I didn't hear that part, but
okay.
Maybe it was. But I didn't hear that come up.
Okay, because again, I know things are getting. You're a little exasperated as a group. I mean, I've spoken to every one of you on this show, and from Miles Sanders to Eckler to McCaffrey, you obviously we haven't had Saquon on yet. We're eager to get him on here. I don't know what the answer is going to be, but you are in an interesting position here to potentially hold a line. I mean, is that a conversation you are having with your agent that it's got to be more than what any other free agent back was making, something close to what you were going to make in Minnesota? Is there something you can speak to about that, Dalvin?
Yeah, me and my agent, we active every day. Me and Zach, our relationship is real close, and he knows, obviously, money don't outvalue what I'm trying to get accomplished in my career, which is trying to win a ring. But I know who Dalvin Cook really is, and I know what I can bring to a team. So I'm not gonna be devalued as far as going out there and playing for, less of what I think of myself, and that's a conversation me and him having every day, trying to get this thing, going.
You've seen me run a 40. Does that mean? No, honestly, does that get me a link to the next running back Zoom so I could sit in on it as well?
Yeah, man, that should, right? And one thing about we well, as far as like our relationship, man, I trust you with you being in the Zoom. So yeah, why not?
Okay, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm going to get on the text chain. So basically, one last thing. So you look down at your phone. Like, what else is? Was this text chain created by Derrick Henry just for this Zoom, or it exists otherwise throughout the year?
No, it was basically like I think we all sense the frustration and the buildup of us just want to speak our mind freely. And I think that chat right there, lets us speak freely and kind of come up with options. We kind of just dive in and just kind of say how we feel. And we're trying to come up with a solution for something, for the position for the near future. Because I think it's more about the near future. It's trying to get this thing done.
Okay. All right. I just was wondering if it was just a text chain of top running backs in the NFL that just exists talking about, TV, movies, just what's going on.
We came up with the Zoom call. Came up with like just like last minute thing. But we was in the group chat active for like a couple of days, like just talking and just trying to see how everybody thought about the situation. And everybody feel the same way, obviously. So it's like we got to come up with something to get this thing done. Okay,
let's be honest here now, Dalvin. Did you have every single one of those running backs in your phone already, or were you just getting texts from running backs you didn't know, like who new number, who dis? Were they already on your phone?
It was new. It was new. Like I didn't have those guys, and it was good, man. Just like reaching out to your peers and just having those guys voice their opinions and to see how they felt. Cause
did somebody?
It was new.
Did somebody name the text chain group? Is there a name for it?
It's RBs. It's RBs. It's called RBs.
It's called RBs. Okay.
Yeah.
Rich, I'm wondering, anyone have a green bubble on the text
chat?
Yeah.
Any
Androids?
Anybody screw it up by not having an iPhone?
Nah.
Would you have kicked that person off the chat? Would you kicked him off the text chat?
Hey, we would have had to. I would have called.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.